Hey all, it is Glam Rebecca, and in today's video we are doing another campaign of Starcraft 2. This is called the Evacuation. This is number 4. This is one of 2 missions that you could pick, so this is the one that I picked for this event so that we could evacuate the people because, you know, Dr. Hansen, well, we'll leave her for another day. Another story, she's crazy. Anyway, so that's what this is. There's going to be a lot of like talking and cinematic stuff in this episode, so it is a longer one. Please leave your comments down below. There was a lot of things that I kind of screwed up on this one, and I was going to re-record it, and I was like, you know what? No, this is a teaching moment, so let's just leave it as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and hopping into this, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Leave your thoughts and comments down below.
Upgrading what we got is all well and good, but when are we getting new hardware? A lot of gaps in our inventory right now.
Sometimes we take a job with some kind of new hardware, and I get a schematic for it so we can make more of them. The plans for other stuff, we gotta either beg, borrow, or steal.
All right, so this is the armory console that I'm fixing to get into. This is where when there are new things that are unlocked or new technologies that Swan has gathered blueprints for, you will find them here. So I recommend that you go through each and every one of these little tabs. Like you'll see how I'm clicking on that for the stim packs. Click on each one, read them, see what's going to be best beneficial to you. Every mission that you do, the payout is different. Right now I've got 100 credits available. I'm looking at all the options. I'm reading what they say. I'm looking at the prices to see what's going to benefit my team the best. I usually upgrade buildings first, then troops, but I do kind of screw up later on in this episode where I selected the wrong stuff, or was it the next one? It's one of these that I messed up and selected the wrong thing. And once you hit purchase, you're done. You can't go back. So make sure that you read each of these carefully, because once the money is spent, it's gone. Sometimes you can sit on money and wait until there's something better that you want to unlock, or a different troop that you can unlock. Also, this console is very helpful as well. Please, if you are new to the game, I recommend reading these, as these features are very helpful. And here we go.
Just how bad is it, Matt?
Zerg are attacking all over the sector, sir. Mengsk pulled the fleet back to protect the Dominion core worlds, leaving the fringe worlds to fend for themselves. It's a nightmare.
There's no way we can stop an alien invasion with one capital ship and a handful of volunteers.
Best we just stay clear, partner. We can earn ourselves a fortune working for Mobius while this whole thing blows over.
You don't get it, convict. This isn't gonna just blow over. The Zerg won't stop until we're all dead.
Don't worry, Matt. We ain't sitting this one out. But we're not exactly in tip-top shape either. We'll earn some cash and build up our forces so we can make a difference when it counts.
Sir, any chance you'll get the lab up and running soon? That'd be great.
One hell of a ship you got here, Jimmy. How'd you get a hold of a floating palace like this?
The Hyperion was Mengsk's flagship back in the day. Me and Matt decided to borrow her when we parted company with him. This old baby's seen us through some tight spots.
Speaking of tight spots, Tychus, why are you still wearing that suit on my bridge?
Yeah, what'd you bust the zipper or something?
Okay, so I might have had a little help when I broke out of prison. Let's just say it came at a price. I get to stay locked up in this suit till I pay off all my debts.
And who's collecting those debts? Who sprung you?
They're Mobius boys, of course. I didn't just run into them in a museum, you know. They want them artifacts something fierce.
Your debts better not bite us in the ass, Tychus. Covering for your shenanigans ain't part of the deal. What's our general status, Matt?
We've picked up a distress call from the planet Agria. There's a colony there under attack by the Zerg. Your convict buddy Tychus lined up a mission retrieving another artifact. It's on a Protoss shrine world called Monolith.
The Mobius boys think there's another artifact on a world called Monolith. Supposedly there's Protoss guarding it. A group of fanatics call themselves the Tal'Darim. Now don't get all sentimental thinking these Tal'Darim are your old Protoss buddies, 'cause they ain't.
Any ship receiving this transmission. The Zerg are invading Agria. The Dominion abandoned us here. We're just a small farming colony. We've got to evacuate before we're overrun. If you can hear this message, please help us.
Incoming transmission.
Thank you so much for responding to our distress call, Commander. I'm Dr. Ariel Hansen, and I represent the people of the Agria colony.
Pleasure to meet you, Doc. You can call me Jim. What's the situation?
The Zerg have overwhelmed our planetary defenses. The colony is lost. For the past 12 hours, we've been evacuating people to the nearest starport, but the Zerg attacks have become so intense, we can't get any more through. If you can guard the highway, we can start sending the remaining groups every few minutes.
Don't worry, Doc. We'll get your folks through to that starport safe and sound.
I pray you're right, Commander. The Zerg are more terrible than I ever imagined.
So as I stated earlier, there are more than one objective that you can actually do, and what you pick determines the storyline. And if you want me to go back through this and play through to get to the other one so that you can see Monolith instead of Agra, let me know. I can do that. This is the actual evacuation mission. So here we are starting where you are dropped off with 4 troops. And there are things on the map that you can like find in the bushes and whatnot. That's why I'm exploring the bushes, because there is stuff to find and stuff to destroy.
I got us some fire bats, cowboy. These suckers have got flamethrowers that'll roast the Zerg, but good.
Our allies are being attacked.
So basically I'm just blowing stuff up. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and speed up this section a little bit to cut down on some of the time, because without cutting any time down, we're at like 33 minutes and change. So let me go ahead and speed this section up. As I said, you can find stuff in the bushes and whatnot. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to speed this up.
Thank goodness you're here. I'll give you control of the main building so you can help us evacuate the colony.
Okay, so here's your base. This is what you're starting with. Because I kind of screwed up at first, you need to build SCVs until you get 10. And then build Marines and like 3 or 4 Marines to 1 medic. And then when you get some more money, then get a fire bat. But once you get 10 workers, go ahead and build another...
What's going on?
Well, you're going to need to build the... Yeah, that one right there. No, the other one, you dummy. S. There you go. No, back up. No, you don't have enough for that.
We'll need to escort the convoys all the way to the main starport for them to have a chance of escaping this planet.
Oh, geez, about that. It seems as though that Jim wanted to interrupt me there. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, look, Dr. Hansen's talking again. Anyway, so the convoys are going to be moving out. You need at least 10 Marines, I would say, to get them started. And yes, now I'm talking over Jim, so screw him. So anyways, you need to get at least 1 Marine, you know, per... area. I would say you need bunkers all along the roads. Build bunkers. You need 2 of the platforms for the barracks so that they're building. You need 1 that's building just Marines and 1 that's building fire bats and medics, because for every 2 fire bats, build a medic. For every 4 Marines, build a medic, unless you're filling bunkers, and then just pump out Marines. Pump them out. Get an SCV out there to build bunkers and missile turrets so that they can start taking that stuff out. But you need to build supply depots and whatnot to keep those going. And if you look, I didn't plan well enough, and I set all my stuff to build workers when I needed to build at least 1 or 2 supply depots, and I was building fire bats. See, look, I'm going to click on one again. You dumbass, get off that. So anyways, I'm going to speed this up for a little bit. I would say you need at least 10 firing troops for this. You need Marines, and you need, I mean, the 3 medics that I have there is fine, but again, you need to be on that damn convoy. Like, you need to be right up its ass. And so that was one of the mistakes that I made, was not staying with it and coming back to the base.
It's a long haul to the starport, partner. How can we be expected to guard the whole thing?
I reckon we can use a mobile force to keep it clear, or build more bunkers to block the approaches. Either way should work.
So by this point, you should have at least 5 of the
in the rear with the gear.
The bunkers built. You should have at least 2 of your barracks and the engineering bay, and you should have hopefully 10 workers. So I really mismanaged my money by building those fire bats. Granted, they're necessary, but I didn't have another reactor thing built to get Vespine gas. I didn't. There was a lot of stuff. Look at that. I still only have 9 workers. It's like I just want to yell at myself.
The next convoy is almost ready to go, Commander. Please alert your men.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. We can use some help here.
The doctor is in.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. You gonna give me orders? Gangway, coming through. Who wants some? Armed and ready. SCV ready.
Get to the starport! Move it!
Oh, and don't even get me started on this mess. That was a very poor decision. I needed at least 3 troops there. Somebody that shot fire. Somebody that was not picking the nose. Look, I was not prepared for that. That was a very bad choice on my part. Look, I still barely have anything built. And look, all of a sudden, all the workers are in the damn, look at that. They're all on the Vespine. Yeah. So now I gotta move people off of where they were because I didn't pay attention enough to move them back to the crystal gathering. I'm like, this was kind of a big mess for me. I was all over the place. It's a lot to keep up. Look, see the red exclamation mark on the map? Yeah, there's like all kinds of stuff that I missed on this episode. So you know what? I'm gonna edit this, and then what I'm gonna do is replay the mission and put it at the very end of this and show you what I wish I would have done to make things different. So I hope that's helpful.
Attacked. Not enough.
Convoy's in danger. Hit 'em, boys.
What's up? That's fine. Strike.
I don't complete.
What's up? Believe us. Get up. Show me. Hey, wait. Is that good? Do it. We got on enemy.
Base is under attack.
20 away. Hey, wait. Do it. On enemy.
Not enough minerals.
What's up?
Sir, we just detected Zerg organisms entering the upper atmosphere. I can't give you an exact fix, but they're heading your way.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Gangway, coming through. Been waiting on you. Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
We have another convoy ready to be escorted, Commander.
The doctor is in. We hear you. By the numbers, boys. In the rear with the gear.
The doctor is in.
Boy. I can't build here.
The doctor is in.
Not enough minerals.
Roger.
Everyone's here. Let's go.
Where did it hurt? That's a
What's
serious
up?
outbreak.
Ah, you scared me. I can't build here. This better be good. What's up? You gonna give me orders? You want a piece of me, boy? My goose is getting cooked. Been waiting on you. Good job,
The
Luke.
doctor is in.
Base is under attack.
Better send some flashbacks.
The Zerg have gotten through. Take him down. Go ahead. We.
The doctor is in.
Convoys engaging. Yeah, boys. Want a piece of me, boy?
The doctor is in.
Who wants some? Keep your shirt out. This better be good. Armed and ready. Yeah, whatever. You gonna give me orders? Go, go, go! By the numbers, boys. In the rear with the gear. Yep. Gangway, coming through. You want a piece of me, boy? Who wants some? What's going on? Been waiting on you. You want a piece of me, boy?
Sir, I'm picking up seismic disturbances closing in on your position. I think it's some kind of tunneling Zerg. Wonderful. It's just like him to keep things nice and interesting.
You gonna give me orders? Armed and ready. Orders received.
The doctor is in.
This better be good. Affirmative. Ah! You hear me? My goose is getting cooked.
We're almost done, Commander. Another convoy will be starting out soon.
Gangway, coming through. Sure thing. Who wants some? Huh? Yeah. Gangway,
The doctor is in.
what's going on? We can use some help here.
The doctor is in.
This better be good. Is the road safe up ahead? Guess we'll find out. Boy. Ah, you scared me. But you're not. We'll put 'em on a biscuit. We can use some help here. Ah, you scared me. By the numbers, boys. Go, go, go. I can't build here. We can use the elevator. Coming through. Sure thing.
Better send some flashbacks. The doctor is in.
You're not.
The doctor is in.
Base is under attack.
We can use some help here.
Please take care of your medical emergency.
Armed and ready. This better be good.
Base is under attack.
Gateway. Roger. This better be good. The colonists are hurt. We gotta save them. Who wants some? Right, Rock. Huh? Yes, sir.
The doctor is in. Better send some flashbacks.
That's the last of them. Go. Lift off now.
We've lost the colony, but my people got out alive, thanks to you, Commander.
Alright, so right about here is the end. Yes, I did win the campaign, but I was not happy with how things went. So the next one that you're about to see, you'll see me attack the Zerg outpost a couple of times, and that's only to kill off troops and then build more troops because it helps with the score. So what I ended up doing was recording the entire campaign over. And then, of course, I didn't realize there was a cinematic after it that somehow or another the recording didn't catch. So you're going to get to see me replay this entire campaign the way that I would have before, and made different choices in it that makes it a little bit easier to play. Some of these I'm trying to remember how I played them the first time or the second time, because some of these I've played on easy and then some of them I've played on normal, some of them I've played on hard. So it just depends. So I wanted to go back and showcase what it would take to do an easy win for this, and hopefully this is understandable for everybody. I did speed all of this new footage up ×4, so everybody's gonna sound like a chipmunk on speed. And I think doing it the way that I had mentioned in the very beginning of this recording, for this video, that I would have done this and I would have done that, I would have done the other. You know what? Instead of the what ifs, here the fuck you go. This is it. This is what I would have done. This is how I win. This is the strategic thinking that I have in order to get past this scenario. Now, on a harder setting, you're going to have to get those, numbers up quickly because they move things faster. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Depending on what hardness you are playing this on, you need to stay the fuck on that transport. And when you stop to attack stuff, guess what? It's going to slow you down. So you need to stay on it. And having people at all three entrances, knowing where the Zerg are going to come from, whether it's that first outpost, the middle one, or the last one, you need to make sure you have both sides of the road covered. You need to make sure that you keep the sky covered and that you've got bunkers along the road, because Zerg comes out of freaking everywhere. Now, I didn't build as many bunkers as I probably should have. I built more of the missile turrets because later in the game you're going to see that there's a reason for that. Because there are literally Zerg coming out of the woodwork. They're coming up from the ground. They're coming out of the sky. You need coverage everywhere. And so I think that's where the bunkers would have probably come in handy had I done more bunkers along the road than I did. And it is what it is. I was focusing on air support and trying to make sure that everybody was taken care of and that I had troops that I can move back and forth with the caravan and make sure that everything was protected. Look at all this. They're like bugs, man. Bugs. They're freaking bugs. Anyways, so hopefully this is understandable. Like I said, I sped all of this up ×4. I just wanted to be able to showcase this is what it takes to win. And you can see the timer on the screen. I played, I think, 14 minutes of this at first, and then I had to stop it because I had to go back to work for a little while. And then I worked my shift, and then I came back and played it after. So that's why you see that there's a space and time there where you'll see the menu screen come up because, I stopped recording and then came back. So there's that. It is what it is, and yep, it's gonna yell at me. I'm trying to move something. I just wanted to make sure that this was understandable for everybody and that you didn't have any questions about, well, why didn't you do it this way and why did you do it this way? And now you can physically see, instead of me just saying, oh, I should have done this, and oh, I should have done that, oh, I should have put this here. Now you don't have to listen to that or try and imagine what that's going to look like. Now what you can do is just watch. Watch the magic. Like I said, it is 4 times speed. I did not want this video too super long. I don't know if I'm just going to do a short and put that up on my old channel or not. I do know that some people are liking the retro content over there. So, and I know shorts are also monetizable now, and that channel is monetized until this one gets to 1,000 subscribers. Just to let you know, the initial footage for this was filmed in January It was January 25th is the timestamp on it. And today is March 20th. So that gives you an idea how long it's taken me to get to this episode. This is the fourth one of the, you know, the human version of the campaign. So this is the fourth selection that I made. And like I said, there are alternative maps to this. So what I would have to do is start over and pick something different, or go back to an earlier save in the game before I pick a specific planet, because when there's like 2 planets to choose from, when you pick one planet over the other planet becomes unplayable in most cases. So like if you try and pick, you know, this one versus the other planet that was the option, which of course now I can't remember because it's been since like 3 o'clock this afternoon since I started initially editing this, voice wise. So yeah, I can't remember what the other planet option was. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So if you want me to go back and record certain episodes in the campaign, I can make different choices. I can remember to save my game before I make said choices. You know, that way I've got the ability to go back and play a different planet and record those. And I may still do that. It just depends on how much time I have. I am now officially working 3 different lines of business with my work. I am still working with the one job I started in November with, and then the other one that I started in January with is still going, but that one only runs until like the middle to the end of April. So then I just started a new line of business recently with that same company that parses me out to other companies. They're basically customer service farms, more or less. And so I started training for that last week, and then I'm on, you know, training calls and stuff this week. And then once I pass stuff this week, by Friday I should know whether or not I passed, which I should, you know, I should. I've already done a quarter of what they've requested, and my metrics are pretty up there, so it's understandable that I would have higher metrics anyways, because I'm used to this kind of stuff. Anyways, so depending on my work schedule and what I'm working, I'm required to work 20 hours one place, 15 hours another place, and the other one whenever I can pick up a shift, basically. And right now those are few and far between, but the pay on that line of business is so much better. So anyways, hopefully you enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and let the cinematic play that I did not realize was recorded, or, you know, didn't get recorded last time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the video out with that. So hopefully you enjoy that. And I am Glam Gamer Becca. I will see you all in another video very soon. Enjoy the next clip, and I am out of here.
Offered to stay on with us for now, and I think her skills will be invaluable.
It's hard to believe I'm even here.
Great to have you, Doc. How you planning on pitching in?
Well, your medical facilities are medieval, and your science expertise is non-existent. Perhaps I could start there.
Ouch. Well, I guess you might be able to teach Stedman a thing or two. Welcome aboard, Doc.
Guess you heard the news by now, Raynor. Looks like you're back in business.
That I am, Mr. Hill. And fighting the Zerg and Dominion all at once is going to take its toll on my standing forces. You got any guns for hire?
But you know the invasion makes it a seller's market right now. Still, your bartender over there makes a hell of a Mai Tai. So, sure, I've got some mercenary contracts you might be interested in.
You're all heart, Mr. Hill.